It's not an easy choice. Gardner Minshew brought some stability, throwing for a good number of yards and trying to keep the offense in the game, but he lacked accuracy in critical moments. On the other side, Desmond Ridder showed some promise, managing to connect the team's only touchdown pass of the game, which could be a deciding factor for Pierce when it comes to choosing. The fans, however, are divided on who should take on the responsibility in the upcoming games. This decision is made even more difficult considering the Raiders don't have a strong third quarterback option. So whoever they choose, the team and fans will need patience and support as the starting QB gains confidence and finds his groove. The weight of this choice goes far beyond the next game. It could be indicative of the future of the Raiders' quarterback position. As if things weren't already tough on offense, the Raiders have also decided to make a major change to their offensive line. Luke Gwy, the team's offensive coordinator, has been let go, and now Antonio Pierce and his team need to find someone to take charge of the playmaking. Without a designated offensive coordinator, the challenge of improving the offensive performance becomes even greater, making the choice of Gwy's replacement a critical one. This decision was a direct response to the problems that were visible in the games. With a weak offensive season marked by a lack of creativity, Pierce understood that it was time to restructure the team's tactical command. Luke Gwy's departure could indicate a new style of play, more dynamic and adapted to the players available. But it also increases the pressure on Pierce, who will now have to decide whether to take on this responsibility temporarily or bring in someone from outside to restructure the attack. Changing coordinators mid-season is risky and requires time for players to adjust to the new scheme. But Pierce, aware of the team's pressing needs, sees the change as necessary to prevent the Raiders' offense from collapsing completely. This new leadership could mean a different style of play, better suited to the skills of Minshew or Ridder, depending on who ends up starting. In recent games, both Gardner Minshew and Desmond Ridder have underperformed. Minshew managed to throw for more yards against the Bengals, which initially seemed positive, but his lack of accuracy and ineffectiveness on the playmaking plays hurt the team. He had several opportunities to make a run, but was unable to convert them into points, which led to his substitution in the third quarter. When Ridder came in, he brought some energy to the offense, especially when he connected on the team's only touchdown pass. This flash of skill has many fans seeing him as a potential player in the future. However, his overall performance has also been lacking the consistency needed to really change the course of the game. What Pierce needs to do now is assess whether Ridder's slight edge in the last game is enough to earn him a starting spot. Additionally, the lack of experience of both quarterbacks plays a role in the decision. Without a veteran QB to guide the team, the Raiders find themselves in a situation where both are risky bets. The pressure is on both Minshew and Ridder to deliver results, especially since the fans are tired of waiting for a convincing offensive performance. The loss of Devonte Adams has had a profound impact on the Raiders' offense. Adams was a top target in the passing game and had a knack for creating separation from defenders and opening up space on the field. His absence has left a void on the team, especially when it comes to creating explosive plays that challenge opposing defenses. Now, the Raiders' offense needs someone who can fill that need. The team's new hope lies in Brock Bowers, who has shown flashes of talent and is already starting to emerge as a key player. Bowers has brought new energy and established himself as a reliable presence, but he is still young and lacks the experience of a player like Adams. Furthermore, he does not play the same position and is therefore not exactly an ideal replacement, but he could become a key player for the future. However, without a star like Adams to draw the defense and extend plays, the Raiders' offense becomes more predictable and, consequently, easier to contain. Coach Pierce needs to find ways to make the offense more versatile and less reliant on big plays from one player. The way to do that will be to define a game plan that takes full advantage of what the other receivers can offer. As the midseason draws near, the Raiders face a crucial decision point. The team has yet to find a consistent rhythm on offense, and with each passing game, their chances of making the playoffs are getting smaller. Antonio Pierce knows he needs a turnaround, not only for the team, but also to secure his position as head coach, as next year could bring big changes if performances don't improve. Furthermore, team owner Mark Davis is watching closely. He has shown no patience for underwhelming performances and may not hesitate to make major changes if wins continue to be scarce. Pierce is therefore in a situation where every game now matters, and he needs his players to rise to the challenge ahead. On the other hand, the season can still be salvaged as long as the team can find stability. With the defense proving to be relatively solid, if the offense can find some rhythm, the Raiders can still achieve important results. But to do so, they need to resolve the quarterback situation and find a new offensive identity that is efficient and productive. Rumors that the Raiders are tanking to get a good position in the 2025 draft only increase with the losses. With the uncertainty surrounding the team's performance, many believe that Pierce and his coaching staff are intentionally letting the season slip through their fingers in order to gain a better position in the draft. However, Pierce has been adamant in denying this idea, insisting that the team is doing its best but still suffers from clear limitations on the roster. These rumors are common when a team is struggling, but they create additional pressure for Pierce. He needs to show fans that the team is fighting for what it is, playing with pride, and looking to win every game, regardless of draft position. Fans want to see attitude and effort, even if the wins don't come, to believe that the future is bright. Pierce, as a leader, tries to focus on the development of the players and improving their performance each week. If he can prove that he is building something solid, he will have a better chance of keeping his position and justifying that the focus is, indeed, on the growth of the team and not on purposeful losses. The Raiders' crisis has reached a turning point, with Antonio Pierce facing a series of challenges ranging from quarterback selection to pressure for results. It remains to be seen whether the coach will find the right formula to motivate his squad and turn around the bad phase, or whether the team will face a complete overhaul in the next offseason. If you are a true fan, leave your comment, like the video, and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest news.